Hi friends, it's Deborah, and today I have an awesome finger workout for you. We are going to be focusing on these 8 fingers for your total finger isolation workout. This workout is part of our Handy Hand workout series designed to help you improve your mobility and hand functionality. So if you are healing from an injury, please just make sure that you have gotten the go-ahead from your occupational or physical therapist to embark onto long-term care. If you are not healing from an injury, then I welcome you to an awesome finger isolation workout. You are going to be pleasantly surprised with today's moves. Now, the way that I broke down today's video is into 3 components. We're going to be addressing mobility into the top 2 joints of each finger. Then we're going to be working range of motion by doing some dexterity work with each finger. And we're going to end with some flexibility work so that we can stretch the tendons in the palm as well as each finger, making this a total finger isolation workout. So I'm really excited for today's workout. The moves for today are individual knuckle bends, touch and trace, and ending with isolated finger stretches. All right, so we have about a 14-minute long workout today. So we have some time to spend together. Knowing that, I wanted to provide you with my top 10 tips for maintaining a healthy mindset while you are injured and or if you are healing from an injury. So not only are we going to be getting a great finger workout in today, we're going to really be learning some helpful ways that we can manage our mindset while we continue to heal and condition our bodies. All right, so before we begin, I just want to set ourselves up for some proper alignment so we can make these moves very effective for you. All right. Beginning with just exhaling and relaxing so that you can feel a softening in your body. When you are ready, you'll go ahead and take your inhale, lifting your shoulders up, widen across your collarbone. When you're ready to exhale, draw your inner armpits back and your back ribs on up. Your back ribs will be the shelf for your shoulder blades, and both shoulder blades should be flat on your back. The elbows are going to be into your sides. That's going to set ourselves up for proper shoulder alignment so that when we move through our range of motion and our dexterity work, as well as any mobility work, we're going to make this very effective for you. All right, so I guess I'll just go ahead and start the music and the timer, and we will begin. All right, so we are going to begin by just stabilizing the bottom half of the finger and moving at that top knuckle. Just like that. All right, are you ready? My top 10 tips for maintaining a healthy mindset when you're healing from an injury or just in life. Tip number 1. Embrace your emotions. Now we're going to move to the second knuckle. So when you embrace your emotions, as human beings, we already feel so many different emotions anyways, but tacking on an injury, then our emotions may be a bit more heightened. And so allow yourself to feel however it is that you feel. If you are angry, if you are frustrated, if you are sad, just allow any negative emotion and hold space for it. When we hold space for our emotions, we don't ask them to be anything other than what they are, so our body can really begin to process them. You may notice as well that your body has some visceral sensations with it. So just honor what those sensations are, what your body is telling you, so that you can better meet your needs. Now, once you've embraced your emotions and processed the negative emotions, you're more freely able to move towards hope, inspiration, appreciation, love. And those are the greatest parts of the whole journey. All right, tip number 2, you have to ask yourself, are you willing? Will is one of those aspects to our being in that if we were like stranded out at sea or we were stuck on a desert island, then it would be will that would help us to gather the food that we need to, find the shelter, find the clothing, whatever it is that we need to take care of ourselves so that we survive. That is will. We have to still carry that into our well-being in order for us to heal. In order to do that, we just need to ask ourselves, are we showing up for ourselves? Are we willing to want to do the work that it's going to take to continue to heal from our injury and to regain whatever it is that we want in life? Bringing us to tip number 3, which is, what is our vision? So this is a big one. You have to ask yourself and spend a good amount of time here of just thinking about and daydreaming about what is it that you want your mobility to look like? What is it that you want your flexibility to be? What is it that you want your range of motion to be, and how at ease do you want to feel in your movements? You get to be the decider of that, and everybody's going to have a different outcome for that. So pick what's best for you, because then you can move on to tip number 4, which is then defining the goals. Defining goals will then be relatively easier when you know your vision, because you're going to know what type of goals you need to get put in place in order to achieve that vision. Goals, so many people talk about goals, and I'm sure I'll talk about them at a different day because there's so many different layers to them. But keeping it really simple today, goals just need to be simple and easy. We don't need to be setting, I think this is where people go off track when they start going on diets and they want to eat this certain way every single day, and then it's just not, you can't just, secondhand now, you can't maintain something like that. So the goals have to be set in a way that they are small, actionable steps that you can begin to take to help you start building some momentum. Realistic enough to push you out of your comfort zone, but not too unrealistic in that it's going to help make you fall off the wagon. All right. Tip number 5 then is to define your strategy of how you're going to go about achieving those goals and reaching your vision. And I define strategy as the systems and processes you put in place that support your goals and your vision. And that's exactly where Aline Postures comes in, because that's the very nature of why I have created this channel for you all, that I create these workouts for you all, because I want you to grow stronger. I want you to regain mobility, increase your flexibility, increase your confidence, grow into being the best version of yourself. That's exactly what I've created here. And in 2021, I'm going to be rolling out a body mobility calendar as well as a hand mobility calendar. So there are a lot of exciting upcoming exciting things that will be happening in 2021 that will help you maintain and set up that system and process to help you achieve your goals and vision. Leading to tip number 6, which is then taking action. And my pinky wants to move with so this distracted me. My pinky wants to move with my ring finger, but we're gonna still isolate just the ring finger here. All right, taking action is really showing up for yourself, and that's exactly what you're doing in this video with me today. You're showing up for your workout, you're doing the work, you're putting the energy in, and you're making it happen for yourself. And I love that you chose to work out with me today. I'm enjoying your company. But those are the actions that you need to take. So as you take them every single day, then you really start to build the momentum. The hardest part is just getting started, but once that momentum is built, it carries you forward. Okay, tip number 7 is then once you start get rolling, you can then modify as needed. And I always think modification comes with 2 components to it. The first component being you'll know right away if your goals are set too far out for you, because the actions that you take won't align with them. You'll either fall off or you'll just not be achieving what you need to. So all of this is useful information to help you reassess and modify your goals and help yourself really find out what it is that you do want. The second component to modifying as needed is really modifying the exercises so that if any point I'm going faster than you are capable of, then you get to slow down. If I'm not going fast enough for you, then you can speed it on up. You really are in the driver's seat to your own recovery. These are guidelines to help you work different areas of your body, in this case your hand. So you really get to modify and then continue to grow stronger and more mobile and more limber with each workout. All right, this is the last knuckle on this mobility component to our workout series. Next up, we are going to be having touch and trace to work some dexterity and range of motion. So get ready. All right, so those are the first 7 top 10 tips that I have. Let's move on to touch and trace. So we're gonna bring our hands here. We're gonna touch the palm and then trace all the way back to the base of the knuckle. Each finger moving individually, touching the palm, tracing all the way back. Now onto the ring finger, and as you can see, my fingers don't exactly want to move independently, so I have some work to do as well. These are all very, very insightful exercises. I always end up learning so much about my body and my hands with each one of these moves. Now, if you aren't capable of moving your finger through this full range of motion, just move where you can. If you're only here, then just stay there. But if you can go all the way to your palm, then that's where you're going to be working towards. If you need to take some time to build yourself up for that, then honor that. And that's all about what modification is. But tip number 8 then is acknowledging your effort. So congratulations. Congratulate yourself for showing up for your workouts, for yourself, for your injury, for your conditioning. One of the things that I love to do the most is to write down my wins for the day. And every day they're different. And when I get to look back at them from month to month, week to week, I really get to see all the different ways that I have been blessed. From simple things as somebody bought me a coffee. All right, now we're gonna move on to stretching. You feel your hands? Whew, I feel it in the backs of my hands. We're going to extend the palm, and then we're gonna take these 2 fingers and draw them back. We're not gonna be yanking them back. We are just drawing them back so that we can begin to feel the nice stretch across the palm and then through to the tendons, all right? Excellent. All right, so then when you begin to acknowledge your efforts, you really get to continue to honor and put safety around your confidence and your self-worth. And I think those are 2 of the most sexiest qualities that someone can walk around with, whether you're male or female, whatever you identify as, that can begin to really ring true in the energy that you output into the world. So take some time to share your wins. That was my favorite tip. I'm gonna move on to these 2 fingers. Tip number 9 is to reward yourself. And I have to be honest, this is not one of my strongest areas. I don't think I reward myself enough. And yeah, that's something I'm gonna work on in 2021. But rewarding yourself doesn't have to be these extravagant rewards. They can be a simple timeout, a simple, God, I can think of so many different things. You can take a break, you can take a relaxation time, you can read a book, anything that you feel honors your hard work, your diligence, your capacity to show up for yourself, and it really helps you stay in that mindset of appreciation for all the work that you're doing. So take that time for yourself, and I'll be the first to admit that that's something I definitely need to work on. So take that bath, take that joyride, take that time to just listen to some good music, whatever it is that you need. All right, so this is our last hand. And I can feel my ring finger on this side is really tight compared to my pinky. So I'm gonna adjust this exercise a bit to pull back on my ring finger a little more. And actually, I'm sorry, on my pinky finger a little bit more and a little bit less on my ring finger. All right. So my last tip number 10, is really not anything that you wouldn't already know, but it's to drink water. We're mostly made up of water, so there really is no too much water. Yeah, there's the inconvenience of going to the bathroom a lot, but you know what? It just cleanses our body in ways that it helps re-energize our cells, our blood, everything that we need to function properly. So if you are healing from an injury, helping yourself heal faster by staying hydrated is going to be a really, really healthy tip for you. So I hope you have found all of these tips really helpful. I took some time to really think about what is it that I do when I have to address my own injuries in my body, and address my lifestyle to support that and support my own vision and my goals. So I did want to share that with you all today. So I hope you really enjoyed that. You'll have to let me know in the comments below which tip that you thought is going to be the easiest for you and which one is going to be the most challenging for you. So let me know. We have 1 second and we'll release. Did you feel that? And you feel all that in your palms? Great job, that was awesome. Give yourself and this video a thumbs up for making it to this point. You did amazing and I'm really proud of you today. And I hope you really found this video insightful, not only for understanding your hands and the functionality of your hand, but also to help you understand the functionality of your mind. And so if you haven't quite yet, make sure to subscribe to Aline Postures and click notifications on so you are notified next week when I put a new workout out. And I really hope you have a great upcoming week. Thanks again for joining me today. Take care, everyone. I love you. Bye.